Welcome back. So, how does a team communicate today? Most teams communicate by being in the same office. And the thing about Avalon is we've now scaled to more than 50 people, but we do it mostly inside the office. All our communication happens there. Because, to be very honest, there's no replacement to face to face. But some people also work remote. In fact, there's this theory going on that even if you're doing face to face, you should also have a tool that allows you to share files so that everyone's not doing everything over email. Because doing things over email is very slow and it's very annoying. So in this video, I'm going to teach you what Slack is and how remote teams, as well as teams that are not remote, that work in the same office, use the same kind of technology to communicate with each other. Right? And we're also going to learn how to do that stand-up, which we saw in the last video, digitally. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the Avalon Labs Slack. You can enable desktop notifications. That's my suggestion. It's very easy to create a Slack account and add people. We have 35 people, but we don't use Slack regularly anymore. Just we use it to send out or rather store bigger files and documents. But now we've moved on to something called Jira, which is a paid tool, and I want to show you the free tools first and not do the paid tools unless we're talking about it in MetaPass. That's for really advanced people. But Slack is good enough. It's mostly free up to a certain size. And as you can see all the individual people. And at the same time, you can see all the different channels that are available. Right? So in the general channel, I can say, hi, and then everybody get it. It's fairly straightforward. One thing that I want to show you before I end the video, and this is a very quick video, is you can actually add apps. And one app that I would suggest you guys get is Stand.ly. Again, we have nothing to do with, we couldn't care less about this particular bot, but Stand.ly allows you to install stand-up meetings, right? And I'm not going to install it right now because we haven't used Slack in a while. I don't want to send 35 people a notification, but the idea is that every day it will ask you, well, it's time to stand up and check in. So how did you make the world a better place yesterday? What did you do yesterday? And then people respond with something, and then if you want, you can respond with video. So that makes remote work really awesome. And I worked in a freelance team that made me use Slack. In the beginning, I hated it. I hated getting on Slack every morning, but it becomes a habit. And when it starts becoming a habit, you'll realize that it's good for everybody involved to use Slack. It's about discipline more than anything. That's why Slack is a billion-dollar company, right? So what did you do yesterday? What do you plan on doing today? And what are your obstacles? What are your blockers, right? And it's awesome to use a tool like this because every morning your team manager or you as the product manager, you know everything that's going on. And people know what the other people in the team are doing. And that's very, very valuable. Like I said, your job is communication. Your job is to create an axis around which everybody communicates, and everybody is building the same thing much faster. So this is Slack, and this is Stand.ly. Just at the end of the day, all you have to do is think about this like a WhatsApp with which you can add bots on. And there are many interesting bots that you can add on Slack. In fact, let me just show you that. You can add many, many interesting apps. You can add Trello, and I'm going to show you what Trello is in the next episode. You can add Skype, and these are all things that you know. But you can add things like GIFs. You can allow people to make polls. It's like a cooler version of WhatsApp for work. But be careful, these can all get very annoying. So you can actually integrate things like Google Analytics. In case your sign-up rate drops below a certain percentage, everybody gets alerted because not everyone's going to step into Google Analytics every day, right? I don't sign into Google Analytics every day. I don't sign into GitHub every day. But if I can get alerts when things go wrong, that's great. That's me I can run a business sitting out of my house in my pajamas, which I've been doing for a while. But yeah, this is the cool part about using a tool like Slack. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. Catch you on the next.